Well, I mean, that's, I often find that the best ideas are when they're born out of genuine necessity and also from
Yeah,
so I
no doubt.
I certainly hear what you're saying. Okay, well, speaking of that, okay, what advice would you give to somebody that's just coming into recruiting, Danny? Let's say this is their first day on the job. What would be your elevator speech of okay, here's what you need to do in the next 30, 60, 90 days? Because I would assume that with a recruiter, like with any industry, that first 90 days is absolutely critical in a new venture.
Yeah, it is. And it's what's fascinating about this, though, Wilson, is, and I know you know this, but for your audience, is the reason why people like me don't burn out is because if you're paying attention at all, the business has evolved. So in other words, 15 years ago, if you were on the phone and you asked me that question, it's easy. It's, you know what, ignore everybody, put your head down, come in the morning, and make your calls, dude. Just keep your head down. The more calls you make, the better things will be. And the senior people in your office have gotten soft and lazy, and they're afraid to call certain people. They think certain companies don't pay fees, but they haven't called them in 3 years. You call everybody. Cast a wide net. Go get them, Tiger. But if you do that now, you will absolutely fail. So it's evolved. So I do think, and I had this fight with owners who've been in the business for as long as I have. They always say, "Oh, the business is so easy now. You got the internet. We used to just have, the yellow pages, and I used to walk 20 miles to school in snow because I really wanted to learn. And these kids these days." Well, no, I think it's much harder to get established. So the reality is, what I tell people, and I just started rookies 2 weeks ago, so your question is transient. I tell everybody, look, it used to take 4 to 6 weeks to ramp up. Now it takes 4 to 6 months. Here's what you have to learn. You have to learn, how to sell. Basic selling principles. I think the reason why internal recruiters, while a threat to our company and our industry, will not replace us is because they don't have sales skills. They have the same technology. They have actually better technology because some of these big corporations have more money, but they don't have the sales skills. So you need to learn how to influence people, read people, persuade people. Then I've got to teach you in the next 4 to 6 months how to apply those sales skills to the placement process. And now we've got to realize that unlike when I started, where there was one channel of communication, a phone, and you had to master it, now you must still master that phone in some ways, but you must also master how to send a good text. You must know how to use certain internet tools. This business has become as much systems engineering as it is social engineering, Wilson. In the old days, I would say the business is a cross between art and science, but it's a whole lot more art than science. And now I would say it's about 50-50.
Well, because that's one thing that, you and I are the dinosaurs of the industry, because we remember the business before the internet. And the thing about the internet, and I agree with you, people, I was brought up a collection guy, and so the phone was
right.
critical, but collections and recruiting have a lot of similarities. But one thing that is definitely true, if you were dependent solely on the phone trying to find clients, you are going to have very skinny kids, because
right.
The phone does not work as well as it does or it used to. Now it's still effective, but I agree with you. And if you don't evolve, then you are an extinct dinosaur, because I actually used to think that the pre-internet generation had a disadvantage. The older I get, with the ones that evolve and learn the technology, I actually think we have a huge advantage over our younger counterparts, because we remember what it was like prior to it, and so we probably appreciate some of the really neat opportunities, but there's also some pitfalls there as well.